So good afternoon, students, for our lecture of the course Path 362. Course title is Integrated Disease Management. Credits is 2, that is 1+1. So if you see, I have already circulated the notes of our course for Integrated Disease Management on our group. So if you see in the first lecture, there is a portion or a topic of history of plant pathology. I think we have already seen this topic in the previous semester, that is in the third semester, because you have a pathology subject courses in third semester as well as in the sixth semester. So in case of sixth semester, that particularly history is there, and also in the third semester we have already studied the history. So history, you have to read it carefully. If any problem arises, then you can send me the personal message on my personal WhatsApp number, because it's no need to explain about the history. You have to read it, and then some of the questions may be asked in the multiple choice questions in the question paper, or maybe just like a section B, it's objective type pattern maybe arises in our first topic, that is history of plant pathology. In that you can see the mycology, that also plant bacteriology, plant virology, phytoplasma, spiroplasma. So these are to be particularly in relation with the whatsoever the scientists are there, so their contribution are given in case of this history. So basically apart from the topic 1, so we are going to start with the lecture number 2, that is definition, objectives of plant pathology, and particularly the concept of disease. So I think this already topic is also conducted in the third semester, but we are going to repeat this particular topic because you have a certain kind of questions on this topic. So plant pathology, as you know, plant pathology or phytopathology is the science which deals with the plant diseases. Phytopathology, in Greek language, python means plant and pathos means disease, means it's a amends and logos known to be the knowledge, is the branch of agriculture science which deals with the cause, etiology, and resulting in losses and management of methods of plant diseases. So this is the certain kind of science which plant pathology can also be defined as the study of nature, cause, and prevention of the plant diseases. So particularly it's a dealing with the plant diseases, means etiology, resulting losses, symptoms, the particular nature of damage of the plants, and the etiology means how the or pathogens or organism develops. So it involves the etiology, the multiplication of the pathogen, whether it may be fungal, virus, or maybe a bacteria. So, and lastly, the management practices. Management is certainly known to be the integrated disease management that we are going to see in the next topic also. So not only the single management like chemical management, but the cultural, chemical, biological, physical, mechanical, as well as the resistant or immunization management can be done in case of the management practices for the plant diseases. So this is a whole about the plant pathology definition. Now the branches of plant pathology, there are the 5 branches of plant pathology, particularly mycology, bacteriology, virology, nematology, and molecules. So mycology deals with the study of the fungi, bacteriology study of bacteria, virology study of virus, nematology study of nematodes, and molecules deals with the study of phytoplasma and spiroplasma. So these are the 5 branches of plant pathology. Particularly objectives of plant pathology. In our department, certain kind of objectives are there. Which are they? Number 1, the study of biotic, that is living, mesobiotic and abiotic, that is non-living, and environmental cause of the diseases or disorders. First of all, what is the objective behind this? To study the biotic, whatever the living organisms are there, particularly fungus and bacteria, that livings means they survives in the tissues of the plants and also some of the plant parts and causes the infection. And mesobiotic, particularly the virus and the viroids, that why it is called as mesobiotic, when they are inside the plant, they are known to be the biotic factor living, and when outside the living tissue, then it is known as abiotic. So in between that, it is known to be the mesobiotic, because if you see the definition of the viruses, that are living and non-living entities, that already you have known about the definition of virus. So that's why it is known as mesobiotic, in between living and the non-living. And the last factor is abiotic, that is non-living and environmental factors. What the basic term in this, that some of the plants which is lacking in nutrition, maybe some plants are having hazardous effect of the pollution, so which tends to the development of the disease on the plant. So it that comes under the abiotic causes of the diseases or disorders. So to study the living, non-living and mesobiotic, that is the both factors related to the diseases. Second objective is to study the mechanism of disease development by pathogen. How it develops, mechanism of disease development means how the pathogen survives, how it enters in the plants, how it multiplies, and how it develops to further causes the secondary infection to the other plants. So from one plant to other plants, from origin to multiplication. So it's certain kind of chain of production or chain of multiplication of the pathogen. It is known as mechanism of disease development. We have to see, we have to discuss in this plant pathology aspects. In third objectives, to study the plant pathogen, that is plant, that is host pathogen interaction in relation to environment. This is a major factor. If you see, disease triangle is a certain kind of definition when three pillars or the three columns when comes close to each other, that is host, pathogen and the environment. A susceptible host, the effective pathogen, effective pathogenic virulent strain or a strain, and a favorable environment, which maybe includes the temperature and the humidity. So when these three factors come close to each other to form a disease triangle, okay, pathogen should be effective, host should be susceptible, and the environmental factors majorly contains the temperature and the humidity. When these factors are very suitable, very convenient for the development, so it forms the final factor that is known as disease triangle. And the fourth factor, to develop method of management of the plant disease. Why plant pathology needs to study? The fourth objective is also important, that if this hazardous effect is there due to the development of the pathogen on the our crops, so we have to reduce its intensity from the bottom, from the start of the diseases. So there are certain kind of management practices known as integrated disease management practices. Start from the cultural practices, or maybe some mechanical, physical, biological, chemical, as well as the resistant varieties, means resistant factor, which also comes under immunization to the plants. So, and also the genetically modified plants. So these all factors comes under the management, because we have to stop these losses which occurs to our yield in the crop. So these four factors, objectives of the plant pathology, number 1, 2, 3, 4, it comes under the which we are going to study in this syllabus, and which is the need of the future. So this is about the definition of plant pathology, branches of plant pathology, and objectives of plant pathology. Now, plant diseases, the definition of plant diseases. Plant diseases are recognized by the symptom, external or internal, produced by them or by sick appearance of the plant. That also resembles to the humans as well as the animals. That disease, how we can say that this a plant or a human or animal is infected? So it depends on the symptom, maybe external or maybe internal, which is produced by the sick person or sick plant. So that is given here, the definition, that external or internal symptom which is to be resembles, that is carries over to find the sickness appearance on the plant, that is known as plant diseases. The term plant disease signifies the condition of the plant due to disease or cause of the disease. This is the second definition. It is the which sometimes the condition occurs by the plant diseases, or due to the any certain kind of infection occurs to the plant. So certain kind of condition or some kind of change in the normal behavior of the plant. Third definition is plant disease is mainly defined in terms of damage caused by the plant or it is its organ. Third definition is given here, that any certain kind of damage occurs to the plant or its plant parts, or its organ means plant part. So it comes under the term that is known as plant disease. So this is about the three definition about plant disease. Now, types of plant diseases. Okay, so the first type of plant disease is endemic diseases. Second is epidemic or epiphytotic disease. And third, which is very known to you in this last 1 year, that is pandemic disease. And the fourth is sporadic disease. So one by one, we are going in detail. Endemic disease, when the disease is more or less constantly present from year to year in a moderate form, then it is known as endemic disease. The example is wart of potato. So if you see, this kind of endemic diseases occurs every year, from year to year, but very less incidence occurs. So in our North India, particularly in Himachal region, so wart of potato is a common disease. So it comes under endemic diseases, wart disease. So Syncytium endobioticum, it's a causal organism. So it's constantly present year by year in a moderate form. Very less infection occurs or less losses occur. So that comes under endemic. Then second is epidemic or epiphytotic disease. When the disease occurs commonly but assures destructive nature over a widespread area, that is wheat rust, powdery mildew of grapes, downy mildew of grapes, ergot. So this epidemics means it's having a destructive nature, means it occurs commonly but assures a destructive nature, means more than 50% losses to the field. So this kind of, and widespread area, it's from continent to continent or all over to any country. So it may be spread all over, just like a powdery mildew of grape, downy mildew of grape. We have seen so many years. It appears in our Maharashtra state yearly, from last 10 to 15 or many years. Yearly, every year it coming. Occurring diseases or occurring the heavy destructive losses on the grapes. And just like also the wheat rust, maybe the black stem rust, yellow rust and brown rust, they are every year they are causing the effective losses on the field. So it comes under the epidemic disease. Then third, that I think you have heard this word so many times in last 1 year, that is pandemic disease. When the epiphytotic disease spread throughout the continent and resulting heavy damage. That examples are black stem rust of wheat in India in 1947, late blight of potato in European countries in 1845, and so many. So pandemic disease, that from subcontinent, from one country to another country, from one Ireland to another Ireland, or maybe one continent to another continent. So this kind of heavy diseases causing the heavy damages. So this comes under pandemic disease. So we have seen the COVID-19 virus is known to be the pandemic disease that causing the total all over the world in the recent years, recent months. So that's why it also comes under the pandemic disease in the human pathology. So in case of plant pathology, we have seen there is examples of pandemic disease in history, that is black stem rust of wheat in India in 1947, and also late blight of potato in European countries in 1845. So it comes under the pandemic disease. It occurs heavily in subcontinent from one country to another and having the heavy damage. And the fourth is sporadic disease. When the disease occurs a very irregular intervals and in different locations, that is loose smut of jawar. What happens in this sporadic disease? It's a irregular disease, but somewhat maybe first year, maybe 1 year it occurs in North India, maybe second year, maybe occurs in the Central India, or maybe in the third season, it maybe occurs in the northeast part of India, or maybe fourth year, it maybe occurs in the South India. So in very irregular intervals, and the effectivity is very less, and locations are different. It changing the locations year by year. So it comes under the sporadic disease. So example is loose smut of jawar. So this is your first topic related with the basic plant pathology, that is definition of plant pathology, branches of plant pathology, objectives of plant pathology, and the definition of plant disease and the types of plant diseases. Okay, students, we are going to see in the next lecture, that is about the important plant pathogenic organism. that is causes of plant diseases with the example, which is the disease caused by them. Okay, thank you.